This is a production of MISI Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Navarra, and this is a Navarra exclusive for MISI Entertainment. I am preparing to go speak with Freeway Rick Ross, and I am at the Embassy Suites in New York. So follow me as we conduct our interview. Thank you. 11:20 is where we're going. 11:20. 11:38. So this hotel is very beautiful. Has 14 floors, and the view. Look at the view real quick. Isn't that one view? This is New York, you guys. This is New York, city of dreams.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. I'm Navarra. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Hi everyone, welcome world. My name is Navarra. This is a Navarra exclusive for MISI Entertainment. We are here today with Mr. Freeway Ricky Ross, and he's going to be telling you all about the wonderful things he has coming up, a part of Freeway Enterprises, his book, and he has a reality show that's coming out relatively soon, and a movie. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're doing with the youth right now?
Well, basically, what I want the youth to become is what I call critical thinkers.
Yes.
And what I mean by a critical thinker is see, I wasn't a critical thinker in my early age. You know, I couldn't take information and decipher it and figure out what was supposed to take place. You know, say for instance, when I started selling drugs, I never looked at the long-term goal. I never looked at the fact that this could put me in prison for the rest of my life, or it could get me killed. You know, I didn't learn those things until after I was already involved, and I was basically hooked, because I believe that we become hooked on the game of selling drugs. So what I want to do with the kids is teach them to become critical thinkers. And what I'm saying by that is that I believe that if our children become critical thinkers, then we could set cocaine, heroin, PCP, guns, and everything right in front of them, but they have enough intelligence to walk by it and say, you know what, that ain't for me. You know, take for instance, why we don't drink gasoline,
Right.
you know, and other poisons that's harmful to us, because they know that these are not good for them, and they can think for themselves and realize that.
Excuse me. Ricky, you are such a phenomenal entrepreneur. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Freeway Foundation? I know it's non-for-profit, but I'm sure there are a lot of viewers who are wondering what process would they have to go about to be a part of this foundation, or what is the foundation, how is it moving?
Well, the first thing that people that want to help me, the first thing they could do, don't cost you no money, just join freewayenterprise.com. You know, sign up. I need to get my membership up. Once that happens, then you're helping me, and then I will be able to give you more information on a daily basis on what we're trying to do and which direction we're going in.
Okay. And what steps has this foundation taken so far toward?
Well, we're doing all kind of things. We put on like little benefits. One of our guys gave out toys this Christmas, food. We did a drive where we fed the homeless. I mean, we're doing all kind of things, but the most important thing that I want to do is feed the mind, because I believe that once you feed the mind, then everything else is taken care of. I don't know if you ever heard of an old pearl goes, you can teach a man how to fish, or you can give him a fish, but if you teach him how to fish, he can feed himself for the rest of his life.
Yes.
And so that's what I believe that we need to do with our children, teach them how to fish, and then they'll take care of themselves.
Are these some of the morals that we'll find in your book? And what's the title of that book? Can you remind us?
I'm playing around with something like Ross.
Okay.
You know, we really haven't named it yet, but that's what I'm playing with. And basically what they're going to find in my book is going to be, it's going to show you how a guy started off, wanted to do good things in life, but got sidetracked, you know, made a bad turn, and started doing negative things. And not just because of himself, but other people had so much of an influence on him and his decision making. He really didn't make his own decisions. His decisions was made by a group of people, which was a community. And that's pretty much how the book is going to start. And you know, I gotta do a second book too.
Of course, of course.
Because that was just about the drug business and how I got into the drug business and how I got, in my own words, turned out. Because I believe that, you know, when I sold drugs, I was turned out. I don't believe that I was the man like I felt I was. You know, in the end, you know, it all turned out to be for nothing. You know, with the government being involved, allowing these guys to bring drugs in our community to incarcerate the young black American. So I fell into that trap.
Wow, so you're definitely turning your tragedy more so into a triumph today.
Yeah, well, yeah. And, you know, that can happen. You know, they said that the beginning of day starts at the darkest of night. So when I went through my darkest time, which was while I was in prison with a life sentence, you know, I had a life sentence, and with a life sentence in the feds, you don't get parole. So mine was life without the possibility of parole. So that was one of the darkest days of my life, you know. I experienced one of the lowest times that I ever did, you know, when my mom broke down in court, you know, and I knew that I was the one that did it to her, you know, from the things that I'd done.
I'm really in support of the fact that you are on this road of redemption, because so many times God gives us the chance, or whomever it is that your faith is instilled in, gives us the chance to really turn our lives around. And I can't commend you more. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful to be here, to speak with you today.
Likewise.
Now,
anytime, you know, we get together, it's always a good thing.
That's right.
Especially for positive.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. It's positivity with and for the youth.
And it's necessary. You know, if we keep going down the road we're going down, our country's going to be ruined. You know, it's terrible right now. You know, the economy is terrible. Businesses are suffering, and you know, we have to make a change. We can't keep going down the same path where our politicians are basically just sucking all the money out of the community.
I know that I was reading a blog, and in it basically said part of the trial of the CIA was a part of this whole shift. I'm sorry to bring it back towards that time. But have they connected with you at all? Because I know you said that although the things you've done, it was other people working for you to get them done. But you are a mastermind. You were at some point. So, and still are.
I think I
still are. I'm still are.
I think I'm smarter now than I was then. You know, back then I never read a book. Now I've read over 300 books. So I'm much smarter than I was then.
Right. So have they reached out to try to see if you can maybe work with them or within their infrastructure?
When you say them, who are you?
The CIA?
No, they haven't.
I know that's like top secret information. I just had to ask.
No,
I had to ask.
I don't think that these people have our best interests at heart. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think that they ever intended on me getting out of prison. I don't think that they intended on me getting out of the drug business. So, no, they haven't reached out. They didn't really reach out to me then. They didn't come and tell me that they were CIA or that they was working with the government. That wasn't revealed to me until I went to court. It's even so bad that all the things that I've been doing, take a newspaper like the LA Times, when I was going to trial and everything, I was on the front page of the newspaper every day. But since I've been home and been going around doing all the things that I've been trying to do, they haven't written about it one time. You know, they didn't even write that I got out of prison. So, you know, it's and you know, they're on by the government. You know, most of the big newspapers are controlled by our government. So when you look at that, it tells me that they don't want to see us do well. You know,
Right.
they don't want us to come back and redeem ourselves,
Right.
or come back and help our community.
And your story is so much bigger. It's definitely not one that should be under the surface.
Oh, and
It
it's
should be
not gonna
publicized because
it's
you.
not going to be under the surface. I'm not going to let it. See, I'm not putting my fate in their hands. You know, I'm going to take this and do it the way I know that it has to be done, and make the steps, you know, that will get me there. You know, I'll just keep going with our little newspapers, our little TV shows, because if we don't take the little ones, so often we want to start so big, you know, and we're waiting to get big instead of just taking the little bitty steps. So what I'm doing right now, I'm taking the little bitty steps. You know, I'm working with whoever worked with me,